Such applications are often called a CRUD application. It is because in the this is functionality. We can write CRUD. This is abbreviation. C is a create. So we can create a new book, for example. Re, it means read. We can get books and display it on the website. U is an update. And the last operations that we needed to realize in we need to implement in this repository impl is delete. So let's create a delete function. We need to add it firstly in our interface. And this is function and name and delete book. It must take one parameter, a book itself, that must be deleted, and we can implement this method delete. So we have a list of books, this list of books, and we can delete it. In Kotlin it calls a function remove, and we will remove this element book. And here I want to create a new column for removing a book. Open regular section and create a new column. Its name will be remove. Let's write delete. 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 And write a path variable delete and ID of this book. And if we restart our application, we can see the next page. Yes, delete. So if we write delete, we needed to process this library delete and ID of book. For this, we need to open our class controller and create some function. We can write delete mapping, but here we write and if we write and press F20 for open code for our page, we can use that this is post method and delete this library, delete 2, delete first, delete 0, Control U for each book in this list. So I remind you that there is in HTTP standards method get, put, post, delete and patch, and also head and etc. But in HTML5, this browser processed HTML5 standard, there is only get and post method. So if we not only getting, we needed to change some data in our server, we use post instead of delete, post mapping instead of delete mapping, and write the path that we specify here, delete, and specify some ID, which will capture from get it from ID field of book. Okay, write it here, create a function for delete book. In a function, we needed to capture this path variable. For this, we write annotation path variable, specify its name, copy, paster, ID of type long. Okay, capture it, this variable. So also we need captured a entire book for deleted. For this, we needed to specify after this parameter, second parameter with the model attribute annotation. Model attribute, its name will be book for edit, and we will get some book. For edit, from these references, and for delete, the same book, but we will delete, not edit. So we needed to repo. We already injected repository where we'll create this delete function. Repository, you remember, inversion of control, and only delete this book. Delete this book, and after deleting, just redirect. We need to return this redirect. And just specify the address for redirecting. Regular section. To return type, specify this regular section. Okay, and just restart our application. Regular. Okay, and let's delete. When we write delete, we get a error, no mapping. So I remind you that we have a request mapping like a lib. So this is path we can delete, library, and use only delete. And also I want to change this parameter, so we have an ID, and let's create a method that will delete a book by ID, and specify only ID for deleting. Let's open our repository and delete book by ID, and instead of entire object, we just will take ID of type long. In here, the repository ID of long type, and remove if, and specify some filter with lambda expression, get ID of each book, and if this ID equal to this ID, delete book by ID, the method name by ID. Okay, our controller. So post mapping, this delete path variable, and let's refresh. Okay, this work. Let's delete. Delete not working because maybe this page sent a get request, but our controller class expect that this will be post mapping, post request, get and post. Okay, a regular section. This not get. This must be post request. For this, we can wrap it to form for specifying th dot colon method post. We need to specify this instruction. For this, we needed to create a form that will send this method, post method, and with the action this method inside its action. This is method form, and inside method form we can create a button, only button. with type submit. Button reset, we need a submit only. With delete button. Okay, and we know sure that this form will send now the post request, and our controller will process it in a post mapping function here. Restart our application. Okay, then open our web browser, refresh, and we see a button instead of only a tag with the href hyperreference, and we can only delete it. Also, we can write some book and delete it. Delete books. Okay, this is because we send here post request for deleting with delete button. When we click on this button, the method send it and process here post mapping delete and with some ID for deleting. And after deleting by ID, we will redirect the library regular and display books. Display books. Good job. See you in the next lesson.